The situation in Crimea seems to oscillate. It goes up and down quite widely, I would say. So we had one trend of development on Saturday and Sunday. We seem to have a relative de-escalation during the last couple of days. And I must admit we're satisfied with that, because that's how we see the situation to proceed. We would like the situation to de-escalate as much as possible, return into the peaceful route, so it can be resolved, and that's the adamant position of the Ukrainian government, so it can be resolved by peaceful means only, negotiation and discussion. We understand that any segment of population might have worries and sentiments and concerns and interests, but we think that we have enough resource here in Ukraine to deal with these worries, concerns and interests, and they should be discussed at the table, negotiation table, rather than pointing guns at each other. Regarding the economic situation, by the virtue of position, our first and immediate priority was to bring financial resources into the country. And again, you know the news quite well. Let me just say we are on track. The IMF mission is in Kyiv. I had a meeting with them yesterday. I have another meeting with them tomorrow morning. There was another meeting the day before yesterday, so it's a full-fledged work. You might have lots of questions about that, but let's bear in mind that it's at the moment it's so-called investigatory. In Ukrainian, українською вони поки що досліджують ситуацію, вивчають ситуацію. It's the research, it's investigation going on, right? So I understand that the mission would be ready with ideas after a weekend, and we obviously look forward to those discussions as well. Now, my immediate priorities on my position, I express them in social media, and by the way, I still keep my Facebook page, and it's being mirrored two ways by the Facebook page of the ministry. In addition to bringing necessary resources into Ukrainian reserves and the Ukrainian budget, there are three things that we are dealing with right now. Number one, it's making the process of public procurement, державні закупівлі, transparent, прозорими, and corruption-free. We have three drafts of ideas, let me put it this way. They're expressed in the new versions of laws. Could be old versions of laws are on the table at the moment at the ministry. Cabinet of Ministers will discuss that in the next 5 days at most, and we'll be ready to give something to the parliament. But that's the first and utmost priority that Maidan was speaking as well. Get rid of corruption. In my area, public procurement, державні закупівлі, is the most urgent and immediate need, and it's something that we are dealing with. By the way, on that note, on Monday I gave an order to fully open up the portal called tender.me.gov.ua. So the IT team is working to open it up, so it's completely transparent, a part of the set of products and services that are confidential, mostly designed for the defense industry. So that's number one. Number two is the deregulation. My last meeting that I had in the ministry and last meeting yesterday was how to prepare the set of legislation that takes us into the top 10 of ease of doing business in Ukraine. It's quite a challenge, of course, because we never had this goal. We were thinking about top 100. Top 10 is completely different ball game, but we are in a different condition, so we need to play a different ball game. And number 3 is strengthening the Ukrainian human capital, because deregulation, from what we know from the world, is not enough. I mean, if we are making an assumption that business will be done because it's easy to do business, in the conditions like this, when the country is preoccupied with safety and security and territorial integrity, I wonder if business would be done to the level that we need to win the global competition. That's one challenge. The second challenge is, of course, the quality of employees, the quality of human capital. We have a say on that. I know that this is a very long-term priority, but if you do nothing today, then you will have nothing even in the long term.